This is so cool.
So this is Taco Tuesday Girl.
Hey, I know her.
Yeah.
This is not boring. I agree with that.
My...
Long-form, unedited conversation. I love it.
Do my eyes get small?
Beautiful.
Nah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' prescription?
Mine's like negative 1.25.
Oh, okay.
Got worse.
Yeah. I'm negative 4. I'm like, I'm really bad.
Yeah.
Negative 5 in one eye.
Nice.
Well, not that nice, but somewhat nice.
That's sick.
That is dope.
We are the same person.
We are.
Sorry, I can't see.
We're working, it's all right. We're working on it.
Wait, are your eyes like really bad or just?
Well, I have contacts in now, so now it's...
Oh, you're doubling down.
Yeah.
You're just gonna pass out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, but yeah, I'm a poser. A lot of people have problems. Like
Well,
people.
they're getting worse.
are
So
getting
do you
worse,
guys not wear
thankfully.
contacts?
No.
Why not?
I mean, I will when I play sports.
Yeah.
That's about it though.
I put mine on freshman year of high school, and that's how everybody knows me, just like as having glasses. When I take them off, I constantly get like.
I think that's why Kelsey said that, because this is like my identity is not wearing glasses now.
Yeah.
So when I put them on, she's like, you just look weird.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking about making the jump to just wearing contacts full time.
I will never.
Just to distinguish between the two of us.
Yeah.
To help
That helps.
people realize.
And me too.
And you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how this is a no headphones pod. I just realized that.
Do you? If you want headphones, we can provide
No.
them.
We talked about
love
this on the drive here. He said no headphones.
I
Okay,
know.
we'll be fine.
Okay, yeah. I just.
Headphones, I feel like only become necessary after 3. 4, that's when you need them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just like talk over each other.
That's what I heard. I was watching for research purposes, of course, the Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, Eddie Bravo.
Okay.
It's 4 hours.
For research, did you
for
watch
research.
all 4 hours?
All 4. I was skipping just
Your
to,
job is literally to research this stuff.
Yeah, it was. This is for something I'm doing. And I was like, I barely listened to all of it. I would skip to Joe's part so I could see what he said and wrote it down. And I was tired at the end of it. I was like, I can't listen to this anymore. And he said specifically, he's like, Alex, put the headphones back on because you keep talking over people. This is the only way we can make this happen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, just want to welcome everyone to another episode of 3 of The Same Guy. And I'm of course Guy, and I'm joined by my co-host Guy.
Guy.
Sometimes go by fella, but that works as well.
Guy, and fella. Let's rename it right now.
Yeah.
Guy, and fella.
Yeah.
How
Same
quickly?
haircut, same glasses.
Yeah, same guys and fella.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
So nice to have you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't really see.
What do you mean,
anything.
an air guy? Or just hit
So
me.
don't have any depth perception. It's
Good to be here. Thanks for having
There
us.
we go. Now that's better.
We need you comfortable.
Yes. Of course, I was kidding. We're not the same person, although we might look like it. This is Billy and Chet.
Thanks.
Hilarious dudes. Part of the Friday Beers crew. Are you guys employed by them too?
We sure are.
You
Yeah.
are. Mm-hmm. And but you guys have your own. You're like an opposing crew.
An opposing force.
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of.
It's a
Do you
competition.
guys ever butt heads?
Oh, all the time. We
Yeah.
we can't even work in the same room as
With
Will and Liam.
yeah.
Yeah. It gets contentious.
You do.
No, not really. It's honestly it's a 4-man team.
Yeah.
But Billy and I were brought on together about a year ago, and Liam and Will were brought on about 6 months before us. So, they have the seniority over us, but it's a 4-man team. You've experienced it.
I have. Yeah.
Yeah, firsthand. And then Tyler is our creative director, who kind of overlooks everything and directs stuff.
He's the best. He's so funny.
Will and Liam already plugged him in the last episode when they were on here, so we won't do that this time. Yeah,
He's getting 0 airwaves.
So actually, his name is not Tyler.
I think it's like Guy. I think it's like
Something.
fella.
I think it rhymes with guy if it's not that exactly. But when we came here, we had like pretty relatively similar senses of humor to Will and Liam. We noticed that, and we were like, oh, this will work well. But I think all this time over the past year together writing, we've like grown closer in that respect, where we all like are finding more of the same things funny. So it works. Yeah, works well.
We bond over like maybe a sense of humor that airs on the dark side.
Yeah.
Kind of like Trapped, the video that Cody was in. But
it's dark, but it's like really. I feel like it's just really tight.
airtight.
It's dark and it's tight.
It's dark and it's tight, and that's exactly what we want our audience to
A
think.
little wet.
Yeah.
A little
A
wet.
little wet.
Moist.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but I just feel like content can be dark for the sake of being dark, but you guys always stick to the point, which I think is really cool. Like, and it's hard to explain, but it just always feels like it's very driven and very like there's nothing extra.
Yeah.
Like for example, the Edward Forty Hands one. It was like that could have probably been. It was super gory, hilariously gory, but you could have went like all out with it. But it was like one character each had their way that they died,
Yeah.
and then there was like this long space, and then finally,
Yeah, that one was pretty airtight, but the shoot was a nightmare. Brooks Wheelan was our guest for that sketch, like you were for Trapped.
Yeah.
Brooks Wheelan he's a comedian. He was on SNL, very funny guy.
really funny.
And he actually came to us with the idea, and we're like, "That's great. Let's what's the worst thing that could happen?" Like, I feel like this is very on brand for Friday Beers. What's the worst thing that could happen when you're playing Edward 40 Hands and nobody wants to forfeit like the 40s and they have to like do things with their hands, and
Which is so good.
yeah, and he was literally there. It was the shoot should have taken 3 hours, but if you've seen the sketch, there's one part where a melting like a boiling pot of melted cheese falls on Brooks's head, and that was all Brooks was really there for. Even though it was his idea, he was basically like, "All right, just sit on the couch and then wait 4 hours for us to pour some cheese on your head." And yeah, that was at that point like 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Oh my god.
And it was a bit of a nightmare shoot. It should have lasted till midnight, but it ended up going till like 3 a.m. And it was just like a total of 1 minute of actual like scene, but just like all these crazy things happening to people. And Brooks got the worst of it.
He did.
Yeah.
We gave him an out. We were like, you don't have to do this. But we wrote the cheese thing because we were big Game of Thrones fans. And that season 2, I think it was season 2.
Season 1, I think the end of. I don't want to spoil anything, but if you haven't watched season 1 of Game of Thrones,
I think it's fine.
yeah, that's on you. It's the Golden Crown.
Yeah.
When they pour I think it's like Daenerys'
Drogo.
brother gets the melted.
Oh, I didn't think you were actually gonna do it.
Yeah, well, I just did it. We can cut it. Cut
Dude.
it.
Well, no, you ruined it for me.
Have you actually not seen Game of Thrones?
No, I have.
Chat. He also like came in that day and he got us like really corralled and organized. And he was like, all right, let's go up to the room. And we whiteboarded the situation. It was like a growing tree of like nightmares for these characters. Like, okay, we start here. This person does that. And where do they go? They die. And it just like, it was so organized. And we were looking at the board like, this is the ramblings of a madman. But God damn it, it just might work.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pro.
Is that how they write things?
The SNL? Like,
Yeah. Like, do you guys whiteboard?
We've started whiteboarding ever since Brooks did that. We've we've gone to the whiteboard, but we don't. I feel like every time we go to it without like a professional's help, it just it's like a total mess. It doesn't make any sense, and we're just all right. Let's just open up like a Word doc and just jot in some ideas. But
yeah, what is your process like together as guys that were just funny making TikToks or making Instagrams, and now we're making like writing legitimate sketch? Not that everything else isn't legitimate, but more like longer form narrative stuff. And getting more like official and more recognition along the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's a big jump between like the TikToks and Instagrams to the YouTube. As you just said, like we're like building out these longer narratives, which I think like all of us are super excited to be working on because that is kind of the natural next step. Like there's only so many, fringe guys and.
Well, hold on a second. Those can go on forever.
Yeah. Okay,
I would watch those forever.
They can go on forever. They totally can. But I think like all four of us under the leadership of Tyler are like really excited to like start building out these new narratives. And you ask like what the process is, and it's essentially like every Monday, Tyler's like, all right, who's got like a good like big idea about like just like a relatable idea that we can take in a really weird obscure direction, and we'll just sit around until somebody has an idea, and then if it's unanimous, that person will go off and write it, and then Tyler will kind of check in throughout the week to see how it's going, and then kind of come together and at the end of the week, and everyone kind of puts in their own jokes and edits here and there, and then next thing we know, we're looking for the guest, Cody. I think we were reaching out to Dylan Francis last week, trying to see if he could
He sucks.
Yeah.
No.
God, he
Don't work with him.
We give him remotes that he
worst.
could shoot on his own, so no one has to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, make him do a solo shoot. That's a good idea.
It's so
Yeah.
sad, like,
He's miserable.
on
He
his own.
smells really bad too.
I've heard.
Yeah, so you don't want to be in the same room with
He
him.
showered like 4 times the last time we shot with him. He was freaking out about
Yeah.
it.
Very insecure about the showering.
Yeah, but on the bigger shoots, it's happening now. It happened for like 1 or 2 other videos. Instead of breaking off too early, we'll all like zoom together, sit down, and like figure out the general structure, like the beats of the sketch. Like this happens, then this happens, then this, and this is how we want it to end. And once everyone agrees on that, then you can sort of 1 person or 2 people go out and flesh the dialogue and like turn it into a proper script.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like, it's also just a very different beast from like TikToks, where it's like someone like Will or Liam, like they're very good at improv, so we can just kind of put the camera on them and then just say, hey, here's the general idea, just do your thing. And those guys are great at that. Billy and I guess like our videos have been a little more structured before we even got to Friday Beers. It was kind of like, we wanted like every line to be delivered just like this and like have it all like planned out. So I think that lends itself pretty well to like the new YouTube format of like just very, very like airtight.
And wet and moist.
And wet and moist.
And tight and
And
dark.
tight
Tight and
and
wet.
wet
You say
and
moist?
moist.
I think
And
it's like
tight and
moist
dark and
are
wet.
Puddles everywhere.
slippery.
Yeah, slippery.
Slippery, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Wet
can't.
floor sign.
You hear the drips hitting and echoing in the
Yes,
sketch,
exactly,
like
yeah.
a cave.
And that's comedy. That's comedy.
So you guys were filming together before
yeah,
Friday Beers?
since like
How did you guys meet?
we met like we had this weird swap where he went to this middle school, poly prep
in New York.
in New York, in New York, and then he left after 8th grade. I came in 9th grade and joined the friend group that he was a part of.
And we both had glasses, so
both
they
had
just had a new glasses guy.
Replaced him?
Yeah,
Well,
They were like,
could call it
that's
that.
a strong
"Ah,
word.
You're back.
holy shit!
And you're like,
guy.
actually, I'm fella. And they're like, but you look the same.
You're just like
Same
our guy.
vibe.
You're
It's
gonna
just like our
just
guy.
like our guy.
Yeah, here you're going to be guy.
And then they call Guy, who's at this other school, and that guy, you're not gonna believe who's back.
You're not gonna believe the fellow we met last.
He's one tall drink of water. You're gonna love him.
Yeah.
And and then like he heard it, like we both heard about each other from the friends. Like you guys were very similar. And
I wanted
then
to hate him, but
everybody does.
but we met and then we started doing bits almost immediately, and
What does that mean, started doing bits? Like filming bits?
just
No.
just
Or
doing
just like
bits at
just back and forth, just
back and
Yeah,
forth,
back
guy
and
and guy riffing.
Guy and guy just
guy
do
fella
shit.
stuff we're doing right now. We were doing that. We've been doing that for 12 years.
Yeah, and I am tired.
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
We barely know each other. It's basically just been bits for 12 years. But yeah, and then we ended up going to different colleges and then moved back to New York. And COVID happened, and Billy started doing sketches by himself on TikTok, and then brought me on board because we both had a lot of extra time. We were working desk jobs.
The extra time is an understatement.
Yeah, actually,
guys doing?
it wasn't really extra time. We were just ignoring our jobs
Yes.
because we preferred to, do sketches and stuff, which weren't going anywhere.
The opposite of extra time.
Yes, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Technically.
My company went under.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of you?
But yeah, strictly because of me.
Because of all the extra time you had?
Yeah. We got this one analyst. He's got a lot of time.
Got a hell of a lot.
But yeah, and
What were you doing? What was the company?
I worked in alcohol. I was in at Moet Hennessy,
Okay.
so part of the LVMH Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy branch, and I was on the alcohol side, and I was doing like odd jobs in the marketing department for like a year and a half. And Billy, you were
I was an analyst at a family office.
Oh, nice.
Not my family. I like to clarify that.
Yeah.
Because I found out like after 2 years, one of my friends like thought I just had been working for my mom, which has like a totally different connotation to what I was doing.
Yeah.
But a family office, just like helping them invest in companies and whatnot. And it was like they did so many different investments. I figured if I liked finance, I'd find it there. And then the videos, they were just calling me.
Yeah.
And it was like work from home, pretty loose schedule, and they were very cool about like how much work they gave me, so I had time to do all that stuff.
It took a while though. It took a while for our videos to get any traction.
Yeah.
We were like, we had a lot of time at work for like a year and a half before one of our videos, went viral.
Is this when you started like the entrepreneur, like corporate guy stuff?
No, the
Well-
entrepreneur stuff actually was bought by Friday Beers. That account was bought by Friday Beers before we were even there.
Yeah.
And then when we arrived, it kind of coincided with the purchase of that account.
But they weren't. Was it like satire?
Yeah.
Or was it actual? It was.
It was like, yeah, very like.
So was it the guy that was posting the images, and it'd be like the ideal morning routine, and it's like
Exactly.
3 a.m. jack off, like
That's
Yeah.
Jerry.
like 3:30 jump off a building or something.
Yeah. Those schedules. We had nothing to do with that. That was all this guy Jerry, who is still like the head of the account. Everything kind of runs through him. When we got there, Jerry was like, let's introduce a live element to this. Like, let's like parody some of these guys by like two guys acting it out. Like one guy doing a podcast, that's Billy's character, Brian Bishop, and one guy like doing TED Talks or like Jordan Peterson like classroom sessions.
It's so
and that's
good.
Royce DuPont.
It really is so perfect.
And that's
And
it was
my
just
favorite thing about it. Wait, if you haven't seen it, can we just pull one up and just like watch one real fast? Do you guys mind?
No.
I know. Just
we go to the top one,
top.
the Uber for Eats.
Uber for.
Oh, what about? Didn't you have a pin
Yeah,
one?
that's
before?
that one on the left. Yeah,
That's a
that's
good
the
one.
pin one. Best ideas when they're on walks or taking long showers. I come up with my best ideas when I'm under pressure. Uber for dogs. Uber for dogs. Some people come up. Yeah.
The first thing that I really like about these is it's so funny how much your mind gets tricked when you see someone standing in a suit in a classroom. You
Yeah.
just assume that there's an audience.
Yeah.
Or when you see someone in front of a microphone, you assume that it's a podcast.
Yeah.
When like half the time now it's not. It's just people looking out of frame on a microphone, and you assume, oh, this person must be legitimate because they must be on somebody's podcast.
Yeah. Or they're like holding court in a classroom.
Exactly.
And it's immediate. I mean, that's all like that. That's like the genius of it, I think, is in the way the reason it works so well is because like we actually are trying to, as ridiculous as what we're like, a bag over my head and Uber for dogs, like people still, there is like a small segment of the comment section that's like
my favorite part.
That's just like, are you serious,
People
man?
that
Like,
believe
find
it.
God. Like, what's wrong with you?
I know, it's crazy. Every
people are
single
gonna
video you
listen to
guys
you.
post, people are like, this actually doesn't make any sense.
This is the dumbest thing I've
This
ever
guy
heard.
is the dumb. Well, they'll let anyone have a podcast now, don't they?
Yeah.
Like Uber will
It's like,
never
no,
let
they don't.
dogs.
Because this guy doesn't have a fucking
It baffles
fake.
me.
Yeah.
Most of the TikTok comments on my videos are people who are like, this guy's like such a prick.
Yeah.
I've gotten DMs. I got a DM from a kid one time. It was like I had to scroll to read it, and he was yelling at me
What did he
about
say?
because like everybody, I have like a bit about like how I genuinely abuse my child, and I'm clearly in my mid-20s, and he's talking about how I need to treat my kid better, and then like halfway through this like pious holier than thou argument, he said something like pretty racist about Asian people, and I was like, all right, all this goes out the table. I don't know what you're talking about,
Yeah.
man. It was a
Is the joke that you like neglect your child?
I'm trying to think of a good. I think one of my earlier ones, it was like my kid, like I love my family, and my kid always talks about going to Disneyland, and I said we can go and you can afford it.
Oh,
You can,
okay, yeah, it's like
afford
that.
to
It's like the
purchase it.
hustler dad sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly that kind of stuff. And then it is getting a little bit more into some darker stuff with my kid in this next round of videos. But
Yeah. We always try to like every 2 months we like rewrite and film some like new content, and we always try to make it just a little bit darker, a little bit more messed up.
Yeah.
See like what lines we like can't cross. And so far like I've only had one video that the general consensus of the company was never make that joke again. Yeah, we won't get into it, but like
Well, now I want to know what it was.
there was I'll send
Trying to think
it
which
to you.
one it is.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, but there are lines. I guess there are lines that can't be crossed, even though it's all like satire.
Are you,
But it's hard to find those lines because like some of these people like Andrew Tate are like they're inspirations for our characters, but like they're almost like so ridiculous. Like they're too good. Like Andrew Tate is like he's almost too good to parody.
Yeah.
Because he's just like my theory is that he's like I'm not entirely sure he's serious about what he's saying. I think he's kind of trolling all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen that. Like, there's a Vice documentary recently that came out about him.
oh no.
But like the suggestion is that like he doesn't really mean any of this, and like I don't know, it's a whole thing. But like Andrew Tate, he's kind of like the the epitome of like what our parodies should be, I think.
I mean, it is kind of crazy that people like yours are quite obviously satire. Like, and you are pushing the boundaries. That's the whole goal. It's like we have to make people like realize that these are fake, and yet people still believe them.
Nothing you can do
It's
about
like,
it.
okay, these people can be convinced of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I mean, like you would think something like Uber for dogs, like, and the bag over the head would convince someone that this is not real. But every time we still get people who are furious in the comment section.
I love it.
Click the black and white one. That one.
I want to get yelled at on the street one day.
That's what I'm are you guys worried that that's going to happen?
I would love it.
They're gonna be like, you're the fucking asshole from the Instagram.
That would make my day.
It's only a matter of time before.
Anytime I visit a restaurant under 5 stars, I won't read the menu. If the waiter wants his tip, he'll read me every item. My son hand wrote me a birthday card this year. I said, thanks. Is this on the New York Times bestseller list? When he inevitably said, no,
Dumbass.
wrapped it in my office and made him shred it.
It's good because it's not.
You're poor because you read them.
So that's really not that far off from some of the shit I've
No.
heard some of these guys say.
No.
I tried to write one in like that round of videos and I made it, and it was like a direct parody of something this guy said, and like mine was not as funny as his, and he wasn't trying to be funny. Like I tried to make a joke out of it. I was like, his is still funnier. They're just too good.
Who was that?
This might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yep. There you go.
No, I understand the restaurant thing, but the kid, sometimes it's better to show some support rather than ridicule them. Feel me?
Feel me?
Like this is someone trying to like watching this and trying to be like, all right, I kind of see what he's talking about,
You,
but
you
like,
feel me on that?
yeah.
Because I kind of see what he's talking
The
about. but I
kid
think
thing
his,
was a little bit.
I think his priorities aren't entirely there. They're
Yeah,
not in the
yeah,
right
yeah.
place.
But that's not it. I see both sides.
I see both sides. Yeah.
yeah.
It makes me very happy to show.
Some of y'all don't need podcasts or people to follow you, and it shows.
Yeah.
I did one about like a doctor. If you aren't stronger than me, you can't tell me what to do. I don't care if you have a PhD.
Yeah.
And like a doctor, like if told me I need my appendix removed, and I was like, you're gonna have to come and take it from me. And the comment section went off about my glasses and just picked me apart. Like, dude, you don't look like you could win shit. You look tiny. Your glasses. I guess your optometrist is fucking huge. I got fucking skewered in the comments.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like the perfect content right now, I think.
Yeah. It's
Well, you
doing-
guys like your guys' entrepreneur shit.
It's doing well. When we like were told to do this, like bring in this live element, I don't think either of us thought it was going to do well. I think we both thought it was just going to be like, hey, it's like we'll try it out, but no one's going to believe this. Yeah. And then it did. Yeah, like I like
Suckers.
the first video I did, I like made up a part of your brain called the triceptica, and it's like I was giving like a TED talk on this part of your brain that is responsible for tipping waiters and valets. And then I said when I was 8 years old, I was hit by a bus, and my triceptica was destroyed. It was crumpled in the collision, and that's why I can't tip. I don't tip because I think it's wrong. I don't tip because I physically can't do it. And everyone went ballistic. And that was like the first one we made, and then we're like, all right, this is a gold mine. We're gonna keep doing this for another year.
What were people
at least.
saying? Like, no, you're just an asshole.
Well, one guy like reposted on Twitter being like, I have a PhD in neuroscience, and to be honest,
not exist.
No, he was like, I have a PhD in neuroscience. I'm a renowned like neuroscientist, and I honestly thought this was real until he said the thing about the bus hitting him when he was 8 years old. And
So
yeah.
he thought the triceptica was like a real.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
he-
must have missed that in PhD
No, yeah.
class.
I mean, he was just like, yeah, like, I actually thought this was real. I thought like I essentially missed something, and then he said that he got hit by it, and there was like this funny graphic of me like a bus coming in and like the sound of a bus collision, and he was like, at that point, I realized this wasn't real. But I'm tricking PhD students, so
That's how you know you're doing it right.
yeah.
yeah, seriously.
The stuff we made before was so opinionless. It was like just nonsense characters that like stood no ground in the real world and didn't have anything to say about what's going on. And then we went to this, and it was a little scary for me at first, where it's like, I'm gonna make people angry, and I don't mind it anymore. At
Yeah,
least in this
'Cause
way.
you're making satire about something that's real that people actually connect with.
I'm not just like trying to wind people up. It's like I'm trying to make something funny that most people who watch it will appreciate. Like, oh, it's really funny. And then some people who don't get it are just going to be confused.
Yeah. The stuff we were doing before was like so wholesome.
Yeah.
Relative to this, it was just
Like, what was it?
we had like I feel like the epitome of it would be we had this one character, Shy Dad.
Yeah.
And he was just a dad who was like really shy at sleepovers.
Yeah.
And like, you know, he would play like the son and I would play the shy dad. And I'd just be like asking them like, you know, do you guys want like sandwiches? And I'd be like hiding behind pillars and walls and like, you know, like, do you want your crusts cut off and all that stuff? But like just very, very shy. Like the total opposite. Like, and all of
Yeah.
our,
Pretty funny.
and all of our, yeah, it was good.
was-
It worked. I mean, it was one of the videos that kind of like, I guess, put us on the map. But
Yeah. It was like a big shot from it was like, you'd be talking to someone and they'd be like, is that your dad? And the camera would pan over and you just see his eyes around the corner and he'd sort of like dart back behind it.
yeah.
It's very, very shy. And there was a weird sexualization of that character who was essentially like a 8-year-old kid in a men's body. And
Yeah.
girls would be like, he's so fucking fine.
What?
All the comments would be like stuff like, oh, like poor guy. Like, it's just like I just want to like take care of him.
Yeah.
It was just like a totally.
I want to fix him.
And
Yeah.
now, and like it was like comment sections like that, and now all of a sudden we're getting like, you know, death.
Shy daddy.
Yeah,
Daddy, yeah.
yeah, exactly. All sorts of stuff like that. It's crazy. But we did like 11 of those videos. I think he's probably seen his day. But it was a good run.
Yeah.
It was a good run.
So when you guys started getting some traction, was that kind of surreal?
Yeah, it took like we said, it took a while, as it does for most people, of just like failures, and we quit for a summer basically. Like, we weren't done, but he went to Costa Rica, and I was like, I'm just gonna hang in the city and let's just like take a break from this because we're getting sick of it. And then right when he came back is when we like found a bit of our voice, our editing style, and like the kind of videos we were gonna make, and it did well, and just took off from there. So it was like, oh my god, a little surreal, but it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess not as surreal as it could be for some people when it's like 3 months later they start blowing up, like a Keith Lee who's doing like millions of followers a month.
Yeah. I mean, like we had like a good run for a while where it was like on TikTok only. We weren't really on Instagram until we came out to LA. But
Yeah.
it was like somewhat surreal. I would say it was more surreal when we like actually got asked by Friday Beers to move out here, and like
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it's like, oh, like we're actually we're moving for this now. Like
How'd they find you?
Do you know Rusty there?
Featherstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
I was like
He's
visiting.
fucking hilarious too.
He's
Yeah,
amazing.
great guy,
Like,
great guy.
They're so good at like finding all you guys. Like,
it's
Yeah.
the funniest people.
It was yeah. That's Max Barrett, Jack Barrett, the guys who run the company. That's the credits to them. But yeah, Rusty was the one who actually like, you know, like alerted his bosses, Max and Jack, that like, oh, this guy who does the Shy Dad and his friend Billy, like let's get them an interview. And the next thing we know, we're here.
Called me on TikTok. We'd never spoken. He called me on TikTok at like 3 a.m. one Friday, and I woke up to it. I was like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah.
And I think we had like an Instagram call from him as well, and I was like, this must be important. And then yeah, we were on the phone with the owners of the company like that Monday, and one thing led to another, and within like a month we were out here just like doing a trial run, they moved offices from like a house by the beach in Venice to like a proper office space, and they put us up in the house with Rusty and another content creator, Willie D. We were both a little worried because we're like well into our 20s and they're still in college, and we're like we have roommates again. And they're in college. Like this could be a long.
And it's the summer going into their senior year, which is like the most reckless like possible summer.
Yeah, it was, but it worked out. There was
worked
like
out.
very few nights where they were up insanely late, like on a weeknight,
How
keeping
old
us
are you
up.
guys?
26.
26. Yeah. Yep. 26. Both 26. Yep. I'm
love
usually
I love
for
it.
half of the year. I'm a year younger than him, but and I usually I milk that as much as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, as of last week, 26.
So you guys were like still in like the raging period a little bit.
Yeah, we got it in us.
Yeah, I went to a bachelor party this weekend. I unlocked some things that I didn't realize I had still in the tank. So yeah, occasionally.
Yeah.
Things are like mellow over here. So most weekends I'm like not doing anything too crazy, but it
Mellow?
does. I guess.
I think relative to New York.
Yeah.
Oh,
like,
okay.
New York.
Like
was
New York
a
is like
lot.
all you can do there is drink. There's there's no beach. There's no hiking.
Yeah.
There's like there are no trees if you don't live near Central Park.
Yeah.
It's just
only
just like
bars.
it's just like bars,
Concrete.
going out late and finding somewhere to go to like get like a boozy brunch on Saturdays.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then here it's like a lot easier on the wallet compared to that because you're not constantly going to bars, I guess.
It can be not like it can still like dent your wallet a little bit.
It can. I'm underselling it.
yeah.
But then you go to like another city and you have a bachelor party weekend, or like I went to Miami recently, just everything comes screaming out of you in like a 24-hour period.
yeah.
And I just wake up a shell of the person I started the weekend as.
Yeah, where'd you go for the bachelor party?
I went to Austin.
Okay.
You
That's where I did mine.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys go to Lake Travis at all?
We didn't.
Okay.
Did you?
Yeah. I
Like a boat?
Yeah, we got like a little like pontoon boat, and it's this gorgeous like river with these like beautiful huge houses. I imagine like Joe Rogan and co. all live along.
Did you see him?
No, didn't see him. But at the,
Standing on the lawn, like
yeah,
fucking Joe,
ass naked.
Who's gonna fucking believe you?
yeah.
All the phones die. They come by and they fry.
There's this thing. Yeah, at the end of the river, there's this like kind of like little cove that they called Party Cove, and you basically tie up your pontoons to a bunch of other pontoons. It was Memorial Day weekend, so it was just like this massive
that
like
sounds awesome.
everyone's swimming to, and that's when like I realized, I still got a little in the tank. Like I let pretty loose that day, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was my first bachelor party, so I kind of like learned some. I don't know. I learned like how to do it better next time, I guess.
Okay.
Like maybe show up a day later or like leave a day early. It was like 4 days.
really?
It was great. It was a great time.
4 days is
but it was
kind of
just
a long time.
it was 4 days of
Mine-
like nonstop drinking.
Yeah.
And it was just like I think and like one guy came in late, one guy left early, and they both made a great decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. I was in Vegas this weekend for a friend's birthday, and it was the same thing. People were showing up on Saturday, and I was like, why are you guys showing up so late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
And
also
then
kind
on
of rejuvenate. They kind of bring the energy a little in a way.
Yeah.
Or was it not the case? Was everyone just
No, that was the case, but I was kind of jealous of how like fresh they looked.
Yeah.
And I was just suffering. And I saw I saw a shit ton of celebrities
In Vegas?
this week. Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
really?
Was
Like
there
who?
anything there?
Just Memorial Day weekend, but it was
Yeah.
definitely the most I've ever seen. We saw Draymond Green.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is.
I rode an elevator with Glenn Powell.
Nice.
Is that wait? Is he dating or was dating Sydney Sweeney? Is that
I don't know, apparently.
something?
Saw something in the tabloids about that.
We check the tabloids.
Yeah, we're
like,
big
pretty
tabloids
frequently.
guys.
yeah, are you?
Yeah.
TMZ or what do you guys
People
do?
Magazine
People
subscriber
Magazine.
since 2002.
2002. Yeah,
Wow.
we shared.
Haven't
the
missed-
You're
subscription.
still getting the actual
An
magazine.
edition. I brought one for you.
the
Actually,
mail?
If you'd like it.
Probably brought the last like 10 years worth.
Yeah, I brought my backlog. You can start from the beginning. You have to catch up. There's so much has happened. There's a lot going on in the world.
That's really funny. I still get I'm subscribed. I have one magazine subscription actually.
Oh yeah, which one?
The Surfer's Journal.
Nice.
Is that a new subscription for you? But you had that for a while.
I've had it for a while.
Okay.
And now I've switched addresses a bunch of times, and it's followed me everywhere I've gone.
Even without telling them.
Somehow it shows up at my door.
That's
I haven't read one in years.
Don't we have those on the shelves right here?
Yes, that's them.
Yeah. Okay.
No, and those are like
Yeah.
that's just a little bit of the backlog.
and there's Gubber.
That's 1 month right there.
All over my house.
I know this little guy.
Yeah, how's he doing?
And that's Gubber. Yeah, we put him right there.
yeah, he looks healthy.
He looks good.
Do you guys have any teeth you want to add to that?
In good spirits. I mean, give me 5
5
Where's the
teeth?
bathroom?
minutes.
5 minutes.
5
to
minutes
Get me a
to-
tooth.
yeah.
Okay, I see.
I'll come back with one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does look. He's usually not in this good of a mood.
Yeah, he's happy today.
Yeah.
We fed him.
It's a good day. It's a good day for him.
We fed him earlier today, so he's pretty
Good.
stoked.
Once
yeah.
a month is all he needs.
Yeah.
I don't know how. It's like
Nickels.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. What do they talk about in the Surface Journal? Is there a
I don't
voice?
know. I've never read-
Oh, that's
I've
right.
never read it.
Is it just like coffee
I like
table?
honestly, I like having it around.
Yeah.
You know, because people would come in and they're like, "This guy's cool."
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
Good
pretty
energy.
Sick.
It's good energy.
That's pretty sick.
Well, this guy's got candles and he's got the Surfer's Journal lying all around his place.
Wow.
He must be pretty fucking cool.
It's a
That's
giveaway that there's no creases in any of those.
Nothing.
I love that it's called the Surfer's Journal too. It's like, well, I'm reading the articles in here.
Yeah.
You know, this is
is a
much more
journal for you.
introspective.
Hard-hitting surfer news.
It's dense.
Hard-hitting surfer news, exactly. Yeah.
The underground.
Yeah,
Surfer
yeah.
underground.
It was getting a little.
They're nonpartisan though, you know? Like
Right.
you get both sides of it, which is I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
You need. It should be split there. You
Yeah,
don't want to get
exactly.
too far on one side.
Yeah.
Feeling like you're pushing me in a direction.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't fuck with the extremist surfers.
Yeah, they're wild.
You should get somebody to crease those up though.
Yeah,
I'll do it after. I don't care. I got time.
Dude, I have like
We-
500 of these things. You can have a bunch.
we didn't bring a
Perfect.
gift, so we can just crease all your journals.
You didn't bring a gift, huh?
Well, you know, we're gonna
Give
crease
me
the
some
journals.
teeth, and then that'll be enough.
All right, teeth.
Like
At the end, you don't have to. We can do the podcast first, and then.
You have any cash? Any money?
Yeah.
think
Or
you like-
that would be great too.
Yeah.
right.
We
Then
have
we
we
can buy some teeth
we
from
have
the
a
dark
blank
web.
big check in my car.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Well,
Those a new car though?
It's brand new.
I'll take the car. I'm down for
Cool.
whatever.
Car it is. Car, money, and teeth.
Yeah, isn't that's kind of the hustler's mentality, right?
It is.
Don't get attached
It is.
to material things, especially when you can just buy more.
Yeah.
Yeah, and teeth are
should be able
material. For any real hustler, teeth are material. They're
Yes.
replaceable.
They a lot of them do get them replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about doing the first half of the velour where they shave it down and then not adding the velours.
Yep.
You have the little sharp nubs.
Yeah. No one will ever be able to look me in the eyes again. So you don't look me in the eyes.
You should do your next, sit down. What's your character's name again?
Brian
You
Bishop.
should sit down and do your next Brian Bishop video like that, but never say anything about
Yeah,
it.
just don't address it.
Yes.
I think I need to start doing physically appalling things and not addressing them
Yeah.
and just freaking people. We tried like some different fits for the last one, and I looked like such a douche in one of them. And I don't know. I might have to try and bring it back with some shaved down teeth, of course.
Yeah, peacock a little bit. You should
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
both do it. Why
It's great
not?
at bars too. Good conversation starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You should just wear a purple suit.
Yeah.
One day, like
Actually,
the
we almost
Joker.
bought a pink suit.
I was
We
Great.
I was
came
big
down,
on
down
that.
to the pink suit or the or like the I don't even know what the word for it is.
Mr.
The tweed,
Bean?
the tweed one, the Mr. Bean suit I wear in the classroom ones.
Yeah.
Pink's next though.
Yeah.
Flashy pink, I think next.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It really is. When someone was telling me recently, like when you go on bachelor parties or when you're in like the party of a wedding, they'll reach out and be like, "We want specific suits." Has anyone like ever
Yeah.
hit you up about like we're going baby blue suits, like one you'll never use again or something?
I've only been in two, maybe one weddings, and it was a specific suit, but it's a suit that I can reuse
Right.
for anything, which is awesome.
I think that's what everyone's looking for at that point. Yeah. You get too crazy with the color, which I feel like some people do. It's like, what do you want me? What am I supposed to do with this after?
Yeah, exactly.
The-
Although I kind of would like that.
Yeah.
Just to have one in the like a
Yes,
pink
I would
suit
like an
sitting
excuse
around.
to buy some crazy ass suit.
Yeah.
That's true.
I think the
You go both ways.
the groom that I'm going to the wedding for, it's going to be in England. He's British, and he's got this like very extravagant wedding planned, and we haven't got like pictures of the suit yet, but he says it's like got those like tails. I don't
I'm
know.
supposed to wear. I'm going to a wedding in a week and a half in the UK. I'm supposed to wear those.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to this
where
wedding.
you
My
gonna
wedding's
get
in like 2.5 weeks. At Oliver.
That would be
Same
great.
wedding? Who's wedding?
Uh,
Holy shit! No. Okay.
Oh,
I actually believe
that
you
one had
for
me
a
going for a second. Holy shit.
that would be wild. But yeah, so I don't even know like the penguin or like the tails or whatever, but I'm thrilled to get this like in my arsenal of suits just to have on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And even if then you can just wear it for like a Christmas party or some shit like that. You
Yeah.
can be Scrooge or
Yeah, you can repurpose
Right?
it just to like, stand out at a party
Yeah.
one day. But
The tail's like a distinctly British thing. Is that?
I think so.
I don't know.
Okay.
I
Where are you
thought so.
Where are you getting it?
Oliver Brown.
Are you buying it?
I
rent
think we have the option to buy or rent.
Okay.
I haven't seen the prices yet. I'll probably end up I'll probably end up renting it due to financial responsibility. But
If it's funny enough, I could.
if it's
see buying
funny
it.
enough, yeah. If it's funny enough,
Yeah.
and I can maybe Friday beers will help out if I can
You're gonna always
justify it
then
for
you
a
can
character.
use it. Yeah.
Maybe I can Royce DuPont.
Yeah, and do it in a British accent.
Yeah, there
All
you
of
go.
a sudden.
There you go.
Be like, Royce, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
just had an identity crisis over there.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
finally snapped in the UK, and now he just sounds like that.
No, it just sounds like that.
There's a Penny-Farthing at the office that Tyler convinced our head of production to buy. It's like I was just collecting dust.
You know what a penny-farthing
I
is?
don't know what that is.
Okay, yeah, I should have known.
Yeah, I was gonna
What is
clarify.
it?
I was like, there's no way they know what a penny-farthing is.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess.
Well, you just went like this.
No, I didn't.
Is it a wheelbarrow?
You idiot.
Yeah, okay, you're in
is
the right.
it clothing related?
No.
It's not.
No, you're colder now.
Penny farthing.
Yeah, you were hotter with the wheelbarrow.
Okay. Lawnmower.
Older.
Colder.
Tractor.
Colder.
You went like the jackhand. You went like this. Bike.
There it is. It's
Okay.
a bike.
Not just any bike, though.
It's one of the old bikes that had like the massive front wheel and the
Oh,
tiny
yes.
Yeah.
and the tiny minuscule little back wheel. And we bought one. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
We bought one of those.
Look at that.
What'd you buy
She
it
is
for?
beautiful.
We can. So I used to do this character who was like an old oil tycoon named Cornelius, and Cornelius Lancaster. Another character that we haven't done in a while, like Shy Dad, but maybe he'll see his day again. But when I first got there, the company was very high on like promoting that character, and they're like, "What can we do to like make this character even funnier?" And somebody said, "Let's get him a Penny-Farthing." And
Did you ride it?
And I learned how to ride. Like, it's very difficult.
Is it?
It's extremely difficult to ride.
Because
But
do you have to balance, or does it have?
you have to jump up there. It's pretty scary. You feel like very high up.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't look that intimidating, but it's probably the most scared I've ever been in my life.
I was like
And-
filming him one time, and he tumbled over the front of the wheel, and I was like, "This is it."
And there are no brakes.
Like,
there are
it's
no
over.
brakes. There are no
No.
brakes. And the wheel is just so big. It's like up to your shoulders. And anyway, yeah, they bought it for like you know I'm supposed to say that. Like dollars.
You can bleep
And we
it.
probably used it once for one sketch, and now it's just collecting dust. But it's a pretty funny decoration for the office to
What
have
do you
one
think
of those
like
in
the
there.
structural thought process was behind that?
Yeah, like why? Do you think it's just like a showy thing, like stilts?
A bit, but I
Maybe
feel
Like
like
it
there's
should
an
be hard and
Maybe the big wheel was like a bigger wheel's better to get over like cobblestones because I'm trying to think of
everyone else
when
like
yeah,
perfectly.
yeah.
when
Just
I think
cruising by.
yeah, just like a kind of gimbal or something like that.
yeah when I think how does something work, I think terrain first, and
Yeah, that is
yeah.
a good place. To
I'm thinking
start, I found.
cobblestones.
When I'm engineering bicycles, that's usually what I think.
Yeah, you getting into that these days?
Bicycle engineering.
Yeah.
Yeah, how's that going?
Good. Just like thinking about new forms and new types and
How do we reinvent the wheel?
Exactly.
That's what you need to be asking yourself.
I'm thinking this, but reverse. Like the back wheel is
The back
and you're
wheel's
just
massive.
facing the ground.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
and then like skiing, you tell people if you got to lean into it. You got to lean more into it, and then you'll feel comfortable.
Just like
Yeah.
planking, like all the pedals are still in the back wheel, and just
Yeah.
planking, like basically holding a plank.
All the blood is rushing to your head.
Yeah.
You were in
That's good.
Australia recently for was it an Ironman?
It was, yeah.
Oh yeah,
How
congratulations.
the
man.
hell
Thanks,
was that?
man. It was good. It was hard.
Like
I bet.
hardest thing you've ever done?
Yes, definitely.
That's not surprising. It's
Yeah.
awesome you finished that though.
Yeah, thanks.
What do you think was harder? Now we're turning the interview on you. What do
That's
you think-
fine. No, I love that. It's
What do you think was harder, like the preparation or the actual Ironman itself?
the actual race.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you
Training?
ever? How close did you get to like the distance of an Ironman in training, like in one session, or did you get close at all?
I never did all 3 sports in one day.
Okay.
Like I never. The most I did was 2, and so, like you're kind of supposed to. You're supposed to do like one day where you go out and do maybe like a half Ironman,
Yeah.
or like just any form of triathlon before you do the full one. But I don't know why I never did it. I just never did it. So like the closest I got in swimming was I swam the whole swimming distance that you're supposed to swim. And then running, I've done a marathon in the past, but in this training I did 20 miles. That was the maximum that I got to.
Okay.
And then bicycling
Cycling.
and then Penny-Farthing or whatever.
That's the
the last
that's the last
Penny-Farthing.
leg.
Yeah.
40 miles.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
40 miles.
Okay. I don't.
It's
okay.
really hard. They make you go from
I looked it up
a road
before.
bike.
Don't worry.
And they're like, hey, hop on.
yeah.
Yeah. No, bike, I got to 100 miles. That was my biggest. And it's 112 is the full distance.
How long does it take the whole experience?
13 hours it took me.
13. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never done anything for 13 hours.
Yeah.
I think. No.
It was a long time.
Never.
Yeah, not even close. How long does it take to run a marathon? I don't know.
Few
I know very
hours.
little about all this stuff.
Yeah. I think it's like 2 hours, right? Like a little over 2 hours. Am I crazy?
Like if you're Kenyan, it takes
Okay.
2
Yeah,
hours.
yeah. I think that's
Sorry, I talk in terms of the greatest.
yeah. What is it like? What's the average? Like 6 hours for a marathon?
Like probably like 5.
Okay.
For your first, like 5.5 for your first one.
I was
13
way
hours.
off.
Did you stop at all?
I never stopped, but I definitely walked.
Yeah. I mean,
decent chunk of the
13
marathon.
hours. That's probably to be expected, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just depends how you feel. Some people run the whole thing.
Yeah.
I would have loved to, but I just couldn't. Like I
Yeah.
just was cramping and stuff. So it was rough.
You think you're gonna do another one?
I'm already maybe thinking about yes.
You got the itch.
Not really. I just need something to train for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I need to have something on the calendar. I can't not.
Like if you couldn't just like work out
No.
You need a goal.
I'm like, you would think I would be doing that, but like,
Yeah.
since I finished it, I'm like, oh, this is great. Now I can just like continue what I've been doing, just work out.
Yeah.
And I just am not doing it.
It is hard. Like if you know you have something you have to show up for,
Yeah.
it's so much easier to convince
Yeah.
yourself to
I feel like-
exercise.
I'm like that about everything in life.
Yeah.
Like even when it comes to like writing like the YouTube sketches, like I won't do it unless like Tyler says like, okay, it has to be done by this day.
Yeah.
And I can imagine it's like that feeling is like twice as powerful when it comes to working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to be motivated, like have some motivation towards like some like goal.
No, it is. It is. It helps you. But it also kind of works against you sometimes. Like sometimes it would kind of stress me out. And especially if I missed a workout, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's just kind of like, it's kind of nice that I can focus on work more than working out. You know, it's like sometimes I'll just skip a workout because I'm writing something or whatever. And it's like, I won't feel guilty for it, you know, which is nice. So I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not a balanced person. That's what I realize.
You go like
I'd have
very
no
hard.
balance, and I never have, and I never will, you know?
That'll get you pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
that's mentality.
Yeah, or it'll kill you.
It might. I've been watching a lot of David Goggins lately.
Yeah.
Research purposes, of course.
Yeah.
But I think I actually might.
What are you researching? What?
For my character. I'm trying to like get inspiration because we're doing a bunch of writing. Yeah, like can't talk about it. It's very top secret.
Yeah, it was like, because you were talking about before how you were watching
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, and what's that third guy?
David Goggins.
Yeah.
Do you know about him at all?
No, I'm talking about Eddie Bravo.
Oh, Eddie Bravo. Yeah, he was just like kind of there
Yeah,
on the podcast to spectate and talk about like flat Earth.
I do know David Goggins, though. I
Yeah.
don't know him personally, but I read his book when I was training for Iron Man.
You
Yeah.
Can't Break Me or something?
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's really good, but
Okay.
it's just absurd.
I just downloaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm starting to really appreciate this guy's mentality. I was like, I gotta know.
It's an easy read because the whole time you're like, what? No way. Holy shit. But then after the fact, you're like, hey, this isn't really, I can't see how this applies to my life at all.
Right. I probably won't actually enact any of the advice in there.
Like, it's the same thing over and over and over again. He's like, signs up for something ridiculously hard and like doesn't train and somehow does it.
Yeah. That's crazy advice.
It really is,
crazy.
right? Would you say that? Did you read his first book? Yeah. And it was like that, right? Like halfway through, I'm like, hey, I don't know how is anyone supposed to actually take inspiration from this? It is inspiring, but then I went out and I like had that same mentality and I fucking like injured my leg because I was like running way too hard.
I feel like it's the same thing I get from you, where like he goes 100 miles, right? And then so maybe someone will go 50. Like I remember like Cody and I would go on a weekend and he would drink so much and I'd wake up and he ran 17 miles and I'd be like, if you can do 17, I could probably do like 10, you know?
Yeah.
So like, I kind of like meet in the middle. It's like,
Yeah.
That makes sense. Dude. So maybe I'll just forget about the book.
No, read it.
It's really good. I would recommend it.
What I like most about it is the stories because he
Right.
just has really, really great stories and I like reading them.
Yeah.
But it's when he starts going into like the mindset thing that I'm like, I can't really learn anything from this. I more just like want to hear his stories because you're such an interesting guy and you've been through the most interesting shit.
Yeah.
He had
Yeah.
to lose like 300 or like 150 pounds in 3 months to be a Navy. It's like to even have a chance to be a Navy SEAL.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, like some of these entrepreneurs that we get the inspiration for, like some of them actually do have some like pretty cool stories, and it's just more. I guess it's more about like the format they choose sometimes to like express these stories and like kind of like I don't know, force their mentalities on other people. That's where the humor is, I think. But yeah, I mean, David Goggins, I'm sure he's got some great stories.
Yeah. Who else do you like?
Dan Pena. Have you heard of Dan Pena?
Bring him up.
He's a
Look up-
psychopath. I love it.
Look up
Dan
Dan Pena. So my character Royce, he often brandishes a gun in his TED Talks.
Okay.
And his
Who the fuck is this guy?
this is so my character is basically a combination of this guy and Jordan Peterson.
Okay.
So the pretentious academic side of Jordan Peterson and the absolute like nutbag craziness of this guy Dan Pena, who is out of his mind. He actually did pull out a gun in a classroom to prove a point and pointed it to one of his students, and then pointed at
Let's go.
I mean, like, I almost want to find the video,
Yeah,
but
can you?
It's hard to find, but it's there.
I'll be able, if you go to YouTube, I'll be able to identify which video it is.
Puts gun in a
Yeah.
Gun in our mouth.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. Oh, this one is.
Let's wait. Go to YouTube. I'll be able to like recognize it by the thumbnail.
This one's. If this is what I think it is, this is. I don't even. It's barely advice.
Wait, really?
Yeah, wait.
Play it.
Wait, yeah. Look,
I'm not sure. Let's see.
yeah, let's just
We've
play
been
it.
rich and we've been poor. We'd rather be dead than poor again. Dead. In fact, we'd rather be. We consider you mostly poor, so we would just put guns in our mouths and on
Okay,
three,
now-
honey, pull the trigger. Boom.
Oh my god.
This is not what I was thinking of.
What the fuck?
Wait. Look up Dan Pena.
I could see that guy on a fucking penny-farthing. Right?
Yeah.
I'll just
perfect
look up
suit
Dan
for that.
Pena and it'll come up is one of the ones. I'll be able to figure it out.
Do people actually like this guy?
Oh wait, go up.
People
Yeah,
pay.
the hardest speech. Okay, yeah, that speech will make you. This speech will make you hard.
Afraid of nothing.
Yeah, no, just watch this opening scene.
Man, beast, financial, bankruptcy, nothing. Do you understand what that would mean? How would your life have changed? Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless.
Thanks, alpha leaders.
I'm not afraid of anything.
This is it.
I should be dead by now. I've been run over by a charging buffalo. Got up, chased it down, killed it.
What?
Killed a Kodiak bear with a knife. You can't kill me. I believe that with all my heart. You can't kill me. And of course, the
Shut
people
up.
that I
What if
talked
someone just
about,
got on
Andrew
stage right now?
Carnegie, Henry Ford,
just ended it.
Rockefeller, Steve Jobs, they're all tough. Snowflakes melt under pressure.
Nice.
In 1986, the average man's
Penis
handshake
was-
pressure
oh,
was
no.
118 pounds. 2016, 96 pounds.
What?
Testosterone levels.
You're just pulling these
in
numbers
sperm
out of his-
counts tested 50 years ago, and today they're producing 60 to 70% the amount of testosterone levels.
You can
in
tell he's
sperm
making
counts
it up.
as they did.
I don't know,
We're dying
60
out.
60 to 70.
They're deathly
The
afraid of
average
everything.
erection circumference
everybody's scared of
50
death,
years ago was 4
what
inches.
might happen.
Wait, no, it's
Is-
gone up.
It's gone up. Yeah, it's actually gone up since then. Because
It's
dudes
like
have
my
chodes
snowflake.
now. They're
flat. It's like a
flat.
dinner
They're not
plate.
long because there's no testosterone.
I mean, yeah, look at that. What would you do if someone's spitting in your wife's face? I mean, this guy's he's just like the most
Goes on-
extreme examples.
What is
Wait.
his point here?
There really isn't one besides like be an asshole to get what you want.
Yeah.
I think
top
it's
dog.
like, yeah, it's like don't like act in a way that where you're with total disregard to everybody else. I think is like the general consensus, and like use a gun and
And point a gun at people.
and point a gun at people to get what you
And
want.
get what you
Pickle.
want. Yeah,
Yeah.
especially students.
Yeah.
I know that. Wait, what did he just ask? It was
What would you do if somebody asked?
spat in your wife's face.
Yeah,
What do
yeah.
you think is? I know what it is. What do you think his answer is? What would you do if someone spat in your wife's face? You have any guesses?
He'd kill him.
Yeah,
Correct. He's like, I would be in prison for murder.
I'd be in prison for murder.
That's good.
Yeah.
You're getting it.
Yeah.
You're getting
You
it.
are getting it.
But yeah, that's like the big inspiration for my character.
I kind of love this guy.
Yeah, I honestly, I
Lot to
highly
learn.
recommend everybody go and just do a deep dive on Dan Pena.
How did
you
he-
won't be wasting your time.
How did he? Is he rich? And how did he make his money? How do people know him?
It's kind of like I mean, yeah, he seems rich. Like he owns this castle allegedly owns this
course he
castle
owns a
in
fucking
Scotland.
castle.
I mean, I think he's
Allegedly.
rich, but with a lot of these guys, you don't know. Like you don't know if this is like if they just inherited everything or if they actually worked hard to get to be as rich as they are. Like they don't really go into their backstory that much. They just this guy I think is a self-made man. I'm pretty sure. I don't know how he did it, but he did. But there are some other like entrepreneurs out there where it's pretty iffy. Like I don't think these guys ever lifted a finger their entire lives. They just inherited a bunch of stuff.
And it all seems to be part of their story. Each one of these guys' stories that they somewhere along the way they lose it all and they gain it all back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
They always say they're like,
So you've done it twice?
how would I start over? He's like, I could do it easily.
Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah.
Could you really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be born again with rich parents.
Yeah, that is.
If I could do it all over
Number
again,
one,
yeah.
I'd be born again with even richer parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm born into the same family. I'm not. Next question.
Next question.
It's irrelevant. Special guys, though.
And then everybody knows Jordan Peterson. That's another one. But they're great characters.
I love this guy.
Yeah,
I love that speech. You think he really killed a bear?
with a knife.
You see him?
A Kodiak bear with a knife. I don't think so, but maybe.
He does add these weirdly specific details, like it's a Kodiak bear. Like I was there, it was a Kodiak. It wasn't just any bear.
It wasn't a grizzly. It was a Kodiak.
Kodiak, look it up. Most dangerous one.
Most dangerous one.
I think like goofing on these like guru guys is like some of the funniest shit ever. I'm like obsessed with it. This is the whole reason we did like the morning routine. That's cringe in the first place.
Yeah.
Like this whole genre of content is so absurd.
It's amazing that like people haven't done characters like ours before.
Yeah.
Like I mean I think maybe I've seen some attempts, I guess, since we started doing it, but it seemed like this like open market for comedy that people weren't like hitting it like nearly as hard as they should have.
Yeah.
And seeing like same with That's Cringe, where you see these insane people and all you can think is like, I need to show, like not enough people know about this. Maybe in these guys' cases a little bit more, but with That's Cringe, like nobody knows about this. I need to show people.
Yeah.
They got to know.
Yeah.
Can I ask, what do you guys want to do in the future with these characters? Where do you guys want to take it?
I don't know. I mean, we have some ideas. Like obviously it'd be great to take them to the next level, whether that's like TV or movies or something. But as you guys know, there's a big writer strike going on, so there's not really anything we can do at the moment to float ideas out to anybody.
Yeah.
But
we can like figure things out though, so we're ready.
Yeah,
It's all over.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Do you guys like? Is it cool that you guys are doing full-time comedy? This is something that you've wanted to do, or like when you were working in corporate, where you're just like, oh, this might be fun.
Yeah, for me, this is like I think this is something I've always wanted to do. And like I didn't think it was ever going to be achievable, but thanks to COVID and TikTok,
Thank God COVID
thank
happened.
God.
We were just hitting our stride while the world fell apart.
Yeah, it was always something I wanted to do, but I just didn't think I was ever going to get the chance to do it. And I guess I was really lucky. Billy, I don't know about you.
I kind of stumbled into it, honestly. I was like trying to do music, as you know, and one thing led to another, and this just like popped off, and it was like very fun to learn about it. But at no point until it started working was I like, this is gonna be what I'm gonna do for a living. And now I love it.
Yeah,
like I'm very happy.
And you're still doing like music here and there.
Yeah, I still like DJ around here and there. I'll make some tunes if I'm feeling it. Yeah.
You're going to
Oh
New
yeah,
York?
we talked about that actually.
Yeah.
You're going to New York soon to do a little set somewhere. Right?
Yes, doing one. We have a party in East Hampton that we're throwing, and I'm just gonna go get some time back home, play a little music, and
it's the most fun thing. DJ.
It is amazing.
It really is so fun.
Vegas has got to be a bananas crowd to play to.
It's pretty sick. Yeah, it is. It's awesome. I never really know though. It's hard to like read.
Like gauge how they're feeling.
Like unless it's like the most turned up party ever, it's kind of hard when you're playing house music. No one is ever really dancing that much if it's a crowd.
Yeah.
And they're all facing forward.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like that's why I put videos from EDC and shit like that where people are like, most insane crowd ever, and everyone's standing there like this. It's like you can't really tell, are people having fun? I don't know.
It's never, it's rarely the whole crowd ripping like it is at a festival. It's usually like a couple, like maybe little groups here and there that'll go on hard.
Yeah.
And then generally people are just kind of standing there bouncing, talking.
Yeah.
Especially in Vegas, I guess you're like at a table having conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like we're all facing forward at like a concert venue.
Yeah, but even that, it's like, is it easy to, like, can you tell, like when you see a concert video from a bird's eye view, it always looks like the crowd is not
that's true.
into it.
Pretty still.
And everyone is always like L crowd.
I hate
And you're
seeing
like,
that.
but there's like one video a year from some concert where the whole crowd is like turning up and people are like
In
dying
sync and
shit.
stuff, yeah.
There's a place
You're like,
in Germany called Boot House, and there's a
That
DJ
place
who always
looks
plays there.
sick.
Insane. Like the whole crowd is like bouncing, jumping. Every clip. It looks
called
awful
Boot
to be
House?
in the crowd. Boot House, like Haus.
Okay.
The crowd actually looks like very scary to be a part of, but as
That's
a
another
DJ,
thing. Is like, would you even want to be into a crowd that looks like they're into it? Because then that's like a mosh pit.
it would be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
I think I want to dance, but I don't want to be in fear for my life. Like when I went to the Life of Pablo tour.
Okay.
And like I would be in the crowd, and then the stage would be over here, and it would start rushing at you, and like legitimate zombie horde would be just running at you, following the stage, and you're like, hey. And I got knocked a couple times that night pretty hard. I also went to this concert I was like 19 and I went to see the Chainsmokers in New York. Oh, there it is. I went to see the Chainsmokers in New York and I was like well underage. And they were like, this guy next to me the whole night just wasn't moving and it was making me a little uncomfortable. Like he was just standing still. And then halfway through the show, they're like, all right, everyone stop the show. Light. Just spotlight hits this guy next to me like, what's up, dude? Why are you not moving? And I was just kind of like,
Immediately start moving.
just like moved to the side. Not me, just the dude next to me. And I was right next to him. I was like, everyone turns and looks. And I was just like, nobody fucking look at me right now.
How do they
It was
even
a lot.
like? How do you like have the spotlight
how
ready
do
to
they-
go?
I don't know.
It's like it's as if like that. There's like that spot is always a cold spot for kids.
Yeah,
They
like-
always know it's gonna be cold.
This guy's been dead for 40 years. He's
Yeah.
just like always there.
Or was it a plant
It might have been a plant.
Maybe they
to make a scene that night.
to make a scene, and then he starts dancing, and then everyone
everyone goes
gets into it.
nuts.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's you guys should do that.
I think I might
use
start
that
doing that.
technique.
Yeah.
I can be that guy for
Yeah.
you.
You
I can be
might
that guy.
hire the whole audience.
Yeah, the entire audience
Yeah.
make negative profit on the whole
Oh
night.
yeah, let's do it.
There should be a service where you can buy like 2 or 3 guys to just get things, like sort of those bar mitzvah girls. If you like 2 or 3 guys to go in the crowd and be like, come on, let's go. Because they're not having enough fun right now. They'd all end up arrested every time.
Yeah.
There are like I don't know if Kelsey wants to be saying this, but for her bachelorette party, I think she said this on her podcast. But her friend got her like party boys. They're not strippers.
Of course.
They're just cool, fun guys
Wait.
They're just cool. They're
that
guys.
come
they're
over
fellas.
and they do
Whoa.
drinking games with the girls.
They're
How do you-
guys. They're
And
fellas
I
like
was
us.
like, yeah, exactly.
A
They're
bunch
just
of
guys.
couple
They're just guys
fellas.
and fellas.
Couple guys.
Guys
Yeah.
and fellas like that fun.
That-
And I was
that
like,
does sound
were
cool.
they cool? And she was like, yeah, they were really, really cool guys. I know everyone
Just
thinks
as
that she
advertised.
cheated on me right now, but it's not that way at
No.
all.
They're really cool guys with really interesting stories.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, that's a job? And they're like, yeah, they're all over Scottsdale.
So there are people who are just hired to be like cool, and,
Like they're just hired because they're cool and good energy at
and
a
they
party.
like to party, and they just bring the vibe.
Yeah.
I imagine like
That's a pretty good job.
the conversation, because people always used to joke about like a couple dudes in a basement talking like, we should start a podcast. That just takes it a step further. Like, we should.
I know it totally
we're
does.
so we're
We're
this is great.
sick.
We could do this with girls and make money. They would pay us to just
and it's funny because like everyone says that probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like we're cool. Yeah, people would love to be in our friend group.
Yeah.
And then for
Everybody
like
says it.
0.001% of people, it's actually true.
They're like, no, we actually are cooler than most friend groups,
Yeah,
and we
exactly.
can make money from this.
yes, yeah.
that is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
And they were
Good
like,
for
yeah, they
them.
were just like really fun. They were like getting us into it, like playing. Like all of us were kind of like low energy, and then they
Yeah.
came through and played flip cup with us, and like got us really into it. And then like
They
know,
hit
went to
island
bars.
every
Off to the
time.
next one.
Yeah, and then they were like another good job.
All islands. They're always hitting islands.
yeah. How does he do it?
So good.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I feel like that's how DJing started too. It's some dude being like, I have the best taste in music. I should
I have
get
the best
paid.
playlist.
I should get paid to do this.
Yeah.
Everyone loves my
good.
playlists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's DJ Pro.
So do you still make music at all?
I do, yeah.
Nice.
I like haven't the whole thing, like I was releasing a song every month for a while, and then the whole process of like I was doing Facebook marketing, and I just don't feel like every time I make a song like this is great, it's like I don't feel like promoting this and doing that whole thing. So I have some
Like you were buying Facebook ads?
like I was like towards the end I was like running ad campaigns for my music so people could like it could get to other people too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I definitely don't want to do that part of it anymore. I'm out on that. And then just like Instagram promos, it's so much easier with comedy because you can just make a funny video and it'll do well.
Yeah.
Whereas music, you're like,
Yeah.
just could you listen to that?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Go click this. Actually, leave this platform and go watch this.
Yeah, it's
Go
a lot to
somewhere else and put your headphones in because
It-
there's some bass.
yeah.
You're gonna want them.
And
the whole
listen
thing.
to the whole 3-minute thing.
Yeah.
Too.
Because then
I
don't
really
get the
need
stream.
this.
Yes.
I've not been having a good month.
Yeah.
And if you listen to this, that would
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
So I make stuff and it's fun and like I'll play it in sets, but I don't know if I'll plan. I don't know about releasing stuff going forward.
Really?
Yeah, I might. Actually, who am I
wouldn't
kidding?
give up on it.
I'll have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
And I feel like comedy is a good way into promoting your music too.
Yeah, that was early on a big like thought where I was like, I can do the comedy and then parlay this into some.
He was using
some
me.
tunes.
Stillwell, there he is.
Yeah, you were.
Go look him up. There you go. I just promoted it. for you.
Damn.
There
That's
you go.
it.
That's
Yeah.
big.
Fuck. All right, I'm gonna release
Guys,
the song
leave
today.
this podcast.
Go to Instagram
and go to
and then click the
Instagram.
link.
3
and then
minute
click the link.
intermission.
That'll take you to Spotify.
No, that
Yeah.
takes you to a hyperlink.
Hyperlink.
And then you
So
have to click
pop
your
up hyperlink.
platform. Probably log in.
Yes, exactly.
Log in.
Yeah,
There's
You'll have
gonna
to
be
choose
an
Apple Music or Spotify, whichever.
Right.
Sign up for an account if you don't have one. You should get premium. It's,
You're gonna need. I think there's 2-factor authentication. To
Right.
do on
Yeah.
that. So you're gonna want to download the Google Authenticator and set that code up.
Yeah. It's really simple.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
once that's done, you're 50% of the way there.
Yeah, exactly.
to hearing the song,
and then you
it's
have to do a CAPTCHA.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prove that you're human.
Wait, did you guys
Yeah,
see
yeah.
that HBO or the Max Captcha that they're doing now?
No.
Did
what
I
is
saw
this?
the TikTok?
They're
about that.
hard.
Wait, what? How hard?
Pull
Like,
that up, Zach.
you gotta
Search
see that.
I'm already pretty bad at
CAPTCHA.
these.
There was like a sound test that was like, what's a repeating pattern? And it would play these insane series of sounds that you're like, were any of those repeating? I don't know what I heard.
Sound test.
Yeah.
I think it's because AI can break every caption now.
Or hire
Or
people
CAPTCHA.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They're getting too good.
Yeah.
And God forbid AI gets into my Max account and messes up where I was on a show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok's always had my favorite one is just the sliding the puzzle piece until it fits.
That one feels too easy.
That's got to be the easiest one.
I've never.
That one's so satisfying.
It is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, but I've never understood how that proves you're human. Why can't a computer not do that?
I think the way like specifically with the captchas and clicking photos, like AI's mouse moves differently than a human's would, and it picks up on how the mouse is bopping around.
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like computers can figure that one out now, but
It's-
TikTok's just too lazy to change it.
Yeah.
Which is fine with me.
Then press enter. See how easy this is.
Option 1. Option 2.
Turn it up.
No.
Option 3.
It was 1, right?
It was one, yeah.
It was definitely one.
It had to be 1. Come on. Another one. Another one.
Another repeating pattern.
Option 1.
Nah.
Option 2.
Okay, not that.
No.
Option 3.
Yeah.
Three.
I'm not a robot. I'm not
So it
no
works. We all know
stinking
it does.
robot.
We all could tell.
But like
After
even
all
with
that,
that,
we didn't even actually have
you have to sit
functionality.
there for like a minute getting through all the captures. You have to listen to them and then think, and then there's a second one.
I like to think that they changed, they rebranded HBO Max just so they could introduce this new software.
That was part of the product
this
launch.
incredible new authentication software.
Yeah.
They just rebranded the whole thing. It's like we're calling it Max now. People are gonna love this.
It's a Trojan horse for their authentication
Yeah.
process.
I kind of think that Max is a sick name. Yeah. For a streaming platform.
I
Everyone else is complaining about it.
I kind of loved HBO though.
HBO is like amazing brand. I think Max is sick though.
yeah.
If it just started as Max, I think part of what's bothering me is they're just like, hey, we are Max now. You will call us Max. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't do HBO.
Yeah.
And it was like felt like a cultural thing, but I do like Max.
Maybe also because they've like started doing like they're starting to like pump out a lot of shows and like not all of them can be to like that HBO golden standard.
yeah.
So maybe they're
I
like
think it makes sense.
maybe they're just tired of like people being dissatisfied with shows that aren't as good as The Sopranos.
Because they can't do that every time.
Yeah.
I get it.
I mean, yeah, that would be my guess. But I like it, and I like. I mean, I kind of just like the whole like I don't know interface and everything. They've done a good job.
They kept the O sort of. It kept the feel of the
Yeah,
O.
you still got the O and the A.
It's in there.
Yeah. Now they
it
need,
is
like,
kinda
the-
funny that
they
they're
need like
like-
the static, the shh.
I know.
Every time.
That's what I hear every time.
Every
That one was
time.
the
Every
entourage.
time.
That was
It was the
repeating, right?
entourage.
Repeating.
That
That
was
I think we're in.
That was repeating.
Yeah.
that was it. The whole set
Yeah.
cracked open.
Everything drops.
But I hear it every time. It's crazy.
Same. And I will never not hear it.
You can't get rid of it.
No matter how many HBO shows I watch, I will always hear Entourage.
It's like beaten into our brain from years.
For me, it's Game of Thrones. It's the dun dun da da.
Really?
I have to dun dun da da dun dun.
Were you an Entourage
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, I mean, as much as the next guy. I watched.
Speaking of, we're three guys.
yeah.
As much as guy one and guy three. Yeah,
We are the next guy.
I guess. Yeah, you can
Next
call
guy.
me.
I would be him, and then
guy.
you go back around there, and sort of an endless loop. You're telling
We've
me,
actually switched chairs like 4 times. In this.
and no one's noticed.
Like one of those YouTube tags.
Yeah.
Did you see the bear carrying like the red ball walk through the circle?
That was a class. I always blew my mind how they'd be like a gorilla just like walk
Oh, yeah,
through the
gorilla.
screen with
Wait,
a red.
what are you talking about?
Never seen this? The gorilla.
Another captcha?
Well, I feel like now
The first captcha ever. It was the inspiration.
Oh, we may have given away, but
We did. Now you'd see it.
yeah, it's like this focusing test where like they're like follow the red ball, and like they pass this ball around. And by the end of it, they're like, "Did you see the gorilla walk through the middle of the circle?" And they really play it back, and you're like, "No." But then they play it back, and there's this gorilla like dancing through the circle.
Oh, I do the ones on TikTok all the time. They're like, what color was the?
Hit me with it. Come on.
No, it's like a picture of like a really hot girl dancing around, and then it's like, what was the color of the?
yeah.
The pool deck or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are great. Those make me feel like a bad guy.
I'm kidding. I don't do those all the time.
I do them constantly.
Just to make sure that I'm still with it.
Yeah, right. Just to stay hip.
We've ruined it, so now you'll probably.
Now let's do it.
No, I want to do it now.
You should see it. Yeah.
Count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball.
Oh yeah, this is important. You got to keep this in mind.
This looks like an improv troupe warming up.
It's 40 minutes of this to get the audience loose.
Hey, what the fuck is a gorilla doing there?
He's good.
People actually,
good. I think
people actually don't notice that.
Dude, yeah. Everyone I know.
No, you wouldn't have noticed it. Sorry, Cody, but
no, I would have actually.
No, we
okay.
we
Yeah.
took that away from you.
You wouldn't have.
and I'll have to live with that.
Yeah, we stripped that experience from you. Sorry about that.
We tend to do that.
Yeah, we like to ruin things for other people.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah,
We do. I don't know.
Let's do a different one. Yeah, do that one.
Yeah. I'm gonna be looking for a gorilla every single time.
It's the same
Even if it's like a
one.
microscopic thing like this. All right, let's see.
Okay, let's see.
I'm going to hide this Hershey's Kiss under this cup.
Okay.
And the object is for you to pay attention and follow along and try to guess which cup the Hershey's Kiss is under at the end.
Wait.
I'm picturing her just farting super loud. You might not have noticed, but I actually ripped ass in the very middle of that.
I think I may have seen what we're supposed to.
I know which one. It's the middle one.
I zoned out.
All right, I think she took her ring off.
Cup, the middle cup, or the right cup?
Middle.
It's middle.
It's actually in the gorilla.
The middle cup?
Yeah!
Oh.
If you guess the middle cup, you got it right. So now we're going to make it a little more...
Oh, so there's no...
Okay, no, we don't have to do
Okay,
this.
nothing happened. Hold on. We checked it. It's 15 minutes.
I thought we were going to win Chick-fil-A or something for getting that right.
The pink cups will always have...
You can
one of the
put
pink
me on.
cups will always have...
All right, let's do this one, and then we'll pause it.
Started.
Wait.
I didn't hear anything.
Not a word. I'm just going to follow it.
I'm following... A duck came in.
I'm going to see the duck.
Is this like a middle school project? This is like a
This
high
is-
school project.
This has got to be awesome for everyone listening on audio.
it's
It just chalkboard ASMR right now.
fuck.
Oh, fuck, I missed it.
I zoned
It's one on the left.
Bottom left. Bottom left.
left.
Guess where the
Dude, I'm not meant for this.
Unless we were supposed to see the duck. I feel like we were supposed
what?
to see the duck. Ooh,
Bottom left.
good call.
Yep.
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Nice work, guy.
Guy one,
Always a pleasure, guy.
guy two.
Yeah, now that
Yeah,
you're
you
like,
did see the duck. That was great.
I did see the duck. Thanks, guys.
Sniped that.
Yeah, you're good with your eyes.
But I
man.
think that
Don't-
we were
don't listen
supposed
what
to see the
people say.
ducks because look, they bring in an. Yeah. See, I'm nothing special.
I think once you're like expecting something to not be there, you're gonna see it every time.
That's true.
It's like if someone just showed us this with no context.
Or if she farted.
Speaking of TikTok, I watched the first 30 minutes of Shrek 2 on a TikTok live last night. In
No
bed,
way.
Of somebody filming their TV.
Dude, I love people doing that now on
It's
Twitter
great.
too.
Yeah.
People just posting full movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Or like in tiny parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you like see it and you're like, I do like this movie. And the next thing you know, you're actually 20 minutes in.
So you just watch someone's TikTok live?
Yeah.
Oh, it was alive.
It was alive.
Oh,
Popped up and it was
I
someone-
was like, can they even record for 30? Can you post 30-minute things on TikTok?
I've seen people post like long sequences of a movie though in like 1.5 minute clips, and you have to just scroll through.
Keep going. Yeah. That's how they get you.
That's how they get you. But the live just popped up.
It was
and I
Shrek 1 or Shrek 2?
2.
I actually think Shrek 2 might be better than Shrek 1.
I really like
Really?
Shrek 2.
I know it's a hot take.
What's
but
your thoughts?
I don't remember, honestly.
Sorry, what?
I haven't. It's been a while since I've seen the Shrek.
Can we
movies.
talk to you over here for a second? We took the mic stuff.
Let's cut the mic.
Sorry, just real quick.
What, are you gonna kill me or something? What?
No.
No, I just want to talk to you.
I was just weirdly threatening. You know what?
Well,
Bring you over here.
We
for a
need
second.
you for the pod.
Yeah. Okay.
The guy pod does not work without you. It's gonna be all
Yeah.
off kilter.
this doesn't work with 2 guys. We need a 3rd guy.
No, but I agree.
Yeah. What happens in Shrek 2?
It is
The fairy godmother comes in, and
Yeah.
she's the villain, and she's trying to break up Shrek and Fiona.
Oh,
It's like a forbidden
right.
marriage. It's weirdly, someone has done a video about it being like the same plot as Get Out.
Really?
Yeah, it's very like they hit all the same points.
Huh.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
it's pretty. It's
I can't see a single parallel.
really. It's
really.
It is. I don't remember the whole explanation.
Let's watch the whole breakdown.
One movie at a time. I wish I could remember like all the breakdown of like the similarities, but they pointed out a lot of stuff, and it is high level.
Interesting.
Really similar. But not to say Get Out was stolen. That's not the
Maybe he's just a huge fan of Shrek 2.
who isn't
Yeah,
That's true.
maybe.
Me. Well,
apparently.
I
But
think
you,
if I watched it again, I would be there.
you rewatch it, it will knock your socks off.
Yeah.
Cody.
I'm not into
promise.
watching old movies. I can't do it.
What year do you cut off at old movies?
2023.
2023.
Yes. and it has to be like released in the last 2 months. Otherwise, I'm not watching.
Won't do it.
Nope.
You've already seen it, even if you haven't
No.
seen it.
Yeah.
So
no,
everything, everywhere,
Dated.
all at once. That's like
too dated.
too dated. Yeah.
I think John Wick 4 just left theaters, so that's probably off
Which
the
one?
table. John Wick 4 just left theaters.
That's right in
so
your
it's
Just
probably-
wheelhouse.
left theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably off the table.
No, that's fine. It has to be on streaming services within the last 2 months.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And it has to be a
Crystal.
really strong 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never rewatch movies then?
No.
Never. It's a pretty narrow window.
Yeah.
You've given yourself there.
And that's all that my wife wants to do
Is rewatch them.
is rewatch old movies.
this is
So
a point of contention.
there's not a lot of the Venn diagram between things that we want to watch. There's not a lot in the middle.
Yeah.
Nothing. In the
You should
middle.
get 2 TVs, and you could each watch out loud whatever you want.
and like have like AirPods connected to each.
Or yeah, that's less intrusive. That's probably better. That's probably a better alternative.
Can you connect AirPods to TVs? If not, that's a great idea.
Someone
You guys
cut
should
that
invent
out.
that.
Yeah,
Your characters should.
Yeah,
we should.
we should make an invention of some sort.
We
And then
should.
just get the hell out of this ugly comedy beast.
Yeah. God, it's
Just sell
Yeah,
it free.
sell it
is
for
a-
real.
Yeah.
Make a bunch of money.
yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Uber for dogs.
No more jokes.
That's the-
Uber for dogs. You know, I'm still working on that one.
They need to get around.
Guys, Billy and Chet, thank you so much for joining me
Dude,
today.
this has been a
Thank you
pleasure.
for having us,
Appreciate it.
Cody. Yeah, go follow Billy and Chet. Go follow Almost Friday TV on YouTube, and go follow Entrepreneur on Instagram and TikTok.
Yep.
And let's do another sketch.
Yes,
We would
let's
love to.
absolutely do
Or
one.
song.
Song or sketch.
I'll
what
send
about
you some
both?
stuff.
Yeah, I'm down for both.
We can do both.
Yeah. Isn't Sunday Scaries like part of
They work
Friday
with
Beers,
us.
sort of?
Yeah,
Yeah, they do,
They're
right?
Kind of like adjacent to the company.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a session with them soon.
They are great guys. Have you met them?
I have met them, and I didn't know. I think I was kind of drunk when I met them, and the guy was like, "I'm DJ Press Play," because isn't he one of the guys?
There's been trillions of DJ Press plays.
Okay.
All
One of the
dissolving
guys
in
was like, "I do
barrels.
that," and I
We're
was
not
like,
allowed to
"Holy
disclose
shit!"
any of their identities.
No.
Yeah, sorry. Then he's Marshmallow, actually.
Yes.
That
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, that works
Isn't
for
that guy
us.
Marshmallow?
yeah.
Yes.
Much lower profile.
Yeah.
They're great guys though.
They're great guys. Yeah. So
Great
I'm
guys.
gonna do a song with them. Maybe. We'll
Sick.
see.
Cool. All right.
Dude.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Thanks
guys. Peace.